What is up, YouTubers? It's your boy Polly C coming at you with another episode of Carpet Cleaning Guys Vlogs. Today, we are handling some dog throw up. We cleaned these carpets, I think a week ago. These are 100% wool, so you got to be very careful when you're dealing with all wool carpet. We're using the Vetco Extractor, little 3.5 gallon extractor. You can see it is sucking up this area here. It's going to appear a lot darker right there in the area that we treated. What I used, this is straight wool, so I decided to use a powdered citric acid. Some of you have seen me use that product before. I think I get it on Amazon. I'll see if I can find a link, but it's just a powdered citric acid. Basically what citric acid is it's the powdered form of vinegar, and it has no odor. So if you ever have any wick back spots or too much detergent from somebody using a home cleaner, when I used to do my steam cleaning days, if someone was in there before us, I would do a rinse with the citric acid. That neutralizes the pH. You don't have any problems. And on wool, you don't really want to be putting a lot of products onto a wool carpet. You know, Green Dragon is probably your #1 go-to. That's going to be safe. And in this case, since the carpets were already cleaned a week ago with the Green Dragon, I decided we would just rinse this out with the citric acid real good. I've got a pump up sprayer, a little 1 gallon sprayer that I've filled up and put 2 ounces of citric acid and a gallon of warm water, and I laid it on there really heavy. So that's why you'll see even after he's done, we put some warm water in the extractor. So he is pulling the trigger there and emitting some solution just to help rinse it. And then it'll appear a little darker until it fully dries, but this should take care of it. And since we're laying it on there really heavy, I don't believe that I'm gonna have to do a post spray with the Kaput, which is the CO2. I don't want to put too much moisture, and you could see he's really bearing down and drying. Being that this is wool, I'm not going to be leaving behind an air mover, so I'm just going to let it dry naturally. Being in the Pacific Northwest, it's very humid here. We don't want the solution to create a browning. And just regular water, if you've ever spilt water on an all wool carpet, especially a light colored wool carpet like this, you'll get a dark brown stain. Pardon me. All that is, excuse me, all that is the alkalinity, the alkaline in the water will actually just brown out. So the citric acid is key to the game here. You could use white distilled vinegar, you know, as long as you let the customer know the house is going to smell like a salad for a couple hours until the smell dissipates. But it's cheap enough to get your powdered citric acid on Amazon. I think it's $12 for maybe a 5-pound bag, something like that, or a pound. I'm not sure. I'll try and find the link for you. But anyway, coming out beautiful. Again, the final product will be when it's fully dry. You won't even see this particular area. It'll all blend in when it's dry. I'm not going to be around when it's dry because we've got another big job I'm going to post today on here. We've got one of the jobs is 2 area rugs and some furniture, and I thought that would be the one that I do. Here's the spot. You can see this is after I sprayed it, soaked it down with the citric acid. The spot's kind of right in the center there. So you do want to go a couple inches around or outside of the stain. Here's what we're using. This is I believe it's the Vetco Extractor, 3.5 gallon. End Cap Store has one that's similar to this. It's a little bit better model. I'll be getting that when this one wears out. It's hooked up. The tool that you saw is just a hand tool with the clear head. The hose is actually part of it's a 10-foot piece of swimming pool hose. The pool hose that you clean with. If you've ever seen some of my old videos when I switched over to portable carpet or portable steam cleaner, I used a 75-foot and a 50-foot pool hose to leave the extractor outside of the home, and the pool hose is really, really lightweight, so that made the job real simple. But here I've got 10 feet. If I need to, I could put a longer pool hose on here, fit up to probably 25 feet with this small extractor, and use my carpet wand and stay on my feet instead of doing it this way. But since we're doing upholstery today, I'm not sure if we're going to need the extractor. Depending on the fabric when it comes to upholstery, I like to do the low moisture without extraction, so just using the bonnets and the Green Dragon. So we'll see, but you can see this spot's coming out. Just got to rinse it real good. It's going to appear a little darker where we applied the solution, but you will see it is definitely extracting out all the ick. I still may put a light coat of CO2, the kaput, just to disinfect everything. There's that pool hose. You can see lightweight. Definitely on a portable, I had on my portable, I had a dual 2-stage motors, and then I had a Steam Bright 3-stage booster attached to it. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vacuums. Never had any problems crushing the hose or anything. If you were using a truck mount, you definitely wouldn't want to use pool hose. I don't think you could unless you have a 2-inch adapter to go down to the 1.5-inch, but I think the amount of suction you're going to get from the truck mount would probably crush the hose. So there you go. He's going over it, drying it again, doing a fantastic job. Again, you're going to see that damp mark, but that will completely go away when it dries. There's my one, excuse me, there's my 1-gallon sprayer down there on the step. Spin this around. This thing's great because you just have 2 clips. You pull the top off. You fill the lower gray base with water. And then that little plug on the top, little pool, or what do you call it, a boat plug. You just unscrew that, unclip the clips, lift it off, take the hose off. I'll show you when we dump it. So moving on over to this other section. I'll catch up with you when we're ready to dump.
Can you still see it or no?
That looks good. Its wool is always gonna look dark while it's damp.
No, I know, but you can still see the yellow.
Not really. Alrighty then. Good job. There's the equipment. Oh yeah. Getting her done. Now you can see here, it'll dump right into the toilet. No fuss, no muss, no mess. Wow, look at that. Fantastic. All the ick is gone. What do you guys and gals think? That little extractor is crazy, right? I know you've seen me use it on furniture before and do the dumps afterwards. I mean, if you're doing VLM, very low moisture, you're always going to need some kind of extractor on the vehicle in case, you know, dog puke, very, very heavily saturated dog urine. Simple. You can pick it up with one hand. So there you go. We'll let this dry. We're off to the next job. So stay tuned. And I will post that video shortly after this one. And I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to hit subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.